You can't argue with fate, Pookie. Just go with it.
Well, it finally happened. I met Dhar Mann himself. I don't have a picture to prove it, but yes, I did. And I'm gonna tell you the whole story of how I met him. If you haven't watched the first part of the video, make sure to watch it. There's gonna be a link right here. And for starters, you might be asking yourself, why am I sitting in a toilet stall? Well, that's a good question. I don't know. Finally, after 3 years of acting in Dhar Mann Studios, I met the legend himself. In the last video, I said I would be answering your questions that you left in that comment, so make sure you comment your question so I can answer it. So before I start answering your questions, I'm going to tell you the story of how I met the legend himself. So I've been working for Dhar Mann Studios for like about 3 years, on and off, whenever I get casted. You work with different crews that has a cameraman, a director, the light guy, and so on and so forth. I did not have the privilege to meet the boss, but this time it was different. So this one day I'm on the set and there's a casket on the floor. So basically I make a bro die womp womp video, and which went viral, by the way. Bro died. Womp womp. So it's a usual day. I'm in the waiting room and I have like stuff to do on the computer. And then I turn my head around and I see that's Catherine Moreland, one of the OG actresses in Dhar Mann Studios. After that, Top G enters the chat. I hear the kids outside all excited and everything, and I'm like, what happened? Then the kids come inside, and I hear one of them say, Dhar Mann is here. I'm like, no way. That's not possible. No. Then Dhar Mann enters the waiting room. I'm like in shock, like a silent shock, like I watch him pass near me. And I still can't process it. Like, is it him for the first time in 3 years? I see the Top G. But honestly, I felt like the President of the United States entered the room. So he was giving the tour of the studios to a lady, and I didn't want to bother him, but he was going around and the other guys were like, oh, what's up, Dhar Mann? And I was like, oh my God, I wish I said hi or something like that. He was chill. So he came back to the waiting room and I was like, I stood up and I was like, Dhar Mann, it's a pleasure to meet you and your work is truly inspiring. Those are the exact words that I said. Yeah. And since he was giving a tour to a lady and there were like a bunch of people nearby, I kept it professional. I didn't say, hey, can I take a picture with you? Because if I did say that, then other kids would want to do that. I didn't want to take time from him. I didn't want to distract him from his tour. I'm such a professional, I know. Let's move on to answering your questions. All of these are from the comment section of the last video. So here's the first question. How did you start getting into acting? Also, how did you reach out to Dhar Mann? The casting directors posted that they were looking for an actor, so I auditioned for it and I got into their system, and so I basically get constant callbacks for whatever projects they may have. I started acting since I was like 5 years old. I did a bunch of commercials, I did a bunch of gigs, movies, theatrical stuff as well. And then I moved to Los Angeles and expanded my acting career in here. So how do I get started with Dhar Mann acting? Well, you need a resume, headshot, and an acting reel in order to get casted by the team. Would you ever consider playing the bully in a Dhar Mann video? So as you all know, I am being casted as a nerd majority of the time because, well, I am a nerd actually. Of course, I would love to play a bully, but I don't see myself as a bully, but it all depends on the casting team. So I don't get to decide on which part I get to play. But otherwise, I would love to play a bully. From Leo W. How old is Dhar Mann? Please answer, I'm dying to know. Well, let's Google this. He's in fact 40 years old, but he looks young, he looks 30. Do you ever have like panic attacks while acting? I have tons of on-stage experience. So imagine like driving for the first time. If you drive for the first time, you're like all nervous that other cars may hit you, you may hit the other car. But once you have lots of experience, you're chill on the road, so you won't stress out at all. So the same thing with me, since I have experience since childhood, I don't get stressed, especially on movie acting because you can retake the shots. Alright, I answered all of your questions. Oh, and by the way, there was a request that I make a bunch of sketches, which I did. So make sure to watch those sketches, keeping up with the Gerbenovs, in order to truly support your fellow actor. So I hope you liked the video. Make sure to smash that like button and watch this recommended video right here.